Hi, my loves. Welcome back to the Starscartel channel. If you don't know, I'm Star. The message I heard is made up the biggest lie about you. The scripture comes from 1 Esdras 4:1. Then the second that had spoken of the strength of the king began to say, O lords, do not excel in strength. The bear rule over the sea and land and all things in them. So here's the message. They created like this false narrative. Like, I feel like this. Oh, this is another F around and find out. But this is a F around and find out about somebody that thought they had the lie together. They felt like they had paperwork to back up their lie. And they felt like you was going to fall in according to what their lie was. But it all just completely, I felt exploded in their face. This somebody, they was expecting you to go ahead and do certain things and that you would participate in certain things so that their lie would look like it was true. But God said they created a false narrative about you and they underestimated you. They thought that you were going to pursue certain relationships and you were going to do certain things and it would be easy for them to create a lie about you. However, when you didn't do that, now the lie is not sticking. Now the lie don't make sense. And the crazy thing for somebody, okay, bear with me. For somebody, God says it's a situation where you was in a relationship with someone and this person decided to go and be with somebody else. When people started asking them why they don't deal with you no more, they created this lie with hopes that if they weren't, like they assumed that if they weren't spending time with you anymore and that y'all weren't talking on the phone anymore and they basically kind of cut you off as far as emotionally, and they cut you off like even communication wise, and they felt like then you would go and you would find somebody else, and then what they intended to do was for you to go out and start dating other people, and then they would pop up like, I got you and I got proof and you ain't nothing but this, that, and the third, and they was gonna have all these things to say about you. But for whoever this is for, you decided you wasn't going to date nobody. You decided you was just going to stick to yourself. If you did date anybody, it wasn't a situation where you was going around sleeping with people. You were just talking to people. Or maybe you were meeting people, but you weren't really taking anything seriously. I just feel like this is somebody, you weren't doing what they expected. They thought you was going to go around and sleep with this one, that one, and the third. And then they were going to be able to say, okay, I got proof. But they did this on purpose. They purposely were not communicating with you, and they purposely were not. It's like they would just give just the bare minimum because they wanted it to seem like you were cheating on them. But when it came down to it, you didn't do anything. And now, you know what I'm saying, the lie is not making sense because you ain't doing anything. You know what I'm saying? And, I'm just being reminded of the lie. Sometimes it's just better to just tell the truth. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand why people that want to do something that they know ain't right. They know it's wrong. They know it's bad. But you know what I'm saying? If you're going to do what you want to do anyway, just say it. Just rip the Band-Aid off. Say it and go on about your business. You know what I'm saying? There's somebody, they wanted to look like they were so good and they was an angel and they didn't do anything wrong and that you were the one that did them wrong and dot. The whole time they probably was already dating whoever this other person is while y'all was in a relationship. But they want to paint you out to be the bad person. They want to paint you out to be the bad guy. God said, to their horror, you did not fall into what their plans was. You didn't do what they thought you was going to do. And because you didn't do what they thought you was going to do, they cannot portray you the way that they lied about you to be. Now, the kick is, like I said, bear with me. The kick is, the person that they left you for, they gonna turn out to be the way that they portrayed you to be in real life. It's not gonna be and it's a situation where they not gonna want them to. It's a situation where they gonna be wanting to give them attention and communication, and they gonna be going all out for this person. God said that person is gonna turn out to be the exact way they painted you to be, but that is going to be their just due. That is what God said. God said that is their judgment. And not only that, but just the same way it was obvious that you wasn't doing what they said you was doing, it's going to be obvious that they doing what they said you was. This person that they left you for, they going to do the exact same stuff that they said you was doing, and everybody going to know. This is going to be a public humiliation. Public humiliation for somebody. This person gonna mess around with their friends, some family, for some baby. This person about to be out here acting a fool, and it's gonna come like this is. But this is their judgment. This is the wrath of God. God said they gonna, and it may not be in a day, it may not be in a week, it may take a little while, but it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? This is somebody, like, you know, sometimes God said for somebody, this person, they felt insecure about themselves, and for one reason or another, regardless of if you know that or not, and they felt like when they were with you, they felt like they could do better, and they had to find somebody that was better than you because they insecure and they want to look like a certain kind of way, baby. But they found this person, and whoever this person is, it's like they showing love. They acting like they love them. They acting like they care about them. They acting like they really rock with them. But baby, this person is a snake. And you know, the chaos, it's going to come. It's going to come. The problem's going to come. This person going to be going around, and they not going to be happy about sharing a person. They not going to be happy about this person doing them the way they claim you was doing them. But this is going to be it's all because of how they did this here. It's because of how they move. And that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, and God said rejection is a blessing. And sometimes it's a situation where, you know, you can feel frustrated. It can be very frustrating when you see someone that you wanted to give your everything to, give their everything to somebody else. But God said it's not a good thing to be envious, or a good thing to be upset, or a good thing to be, you know, in mourning behind this, even though sometimes you can't help it. But God is saying when it comes down to it, you don't know what that relationship is going to turn out like. You don't know what that person going to go through. You don't know how it's going to end. You don't know if it is going to end. You know what I'm saying? You have to think about it. Even if it's a situation where somebody move on and they find their person and they run off into the sunset, that means that they weren't your person. And now you have the ability to move on and find your person and run off into the sunset. And that's just what it is. And I just feel like for whoever this is for, God is saying don't ponder on what they got going on. Don't stress yourself about what they got going on. But know that what goes around comes around. And the exact same things they went around lying on you, like the way that they did this is what's really going to cause them to have the karma that they're going to have. And it's what's really going to cause them, you know what I'm saying? And I'm saying karma just to say what goes around comes around. What they did to you is going to come back on them. And that's just what it is. That's just what it is. What they did to you is going to be their judgment. And like I said, that's how it's going to happen. It's going to be, they lied about you. They said that you were a cheater. They said that you were doing all these things. God said it was obvious and clear that you were not doing all these things. You were vindicated. However, this person that they moved on to, they went around talking so good about this person, saying they so wonderful and they so perfect and they so much better than you. And they better at this and they better at that. God said everything that they lied on you about is that person's portion. And it's going to eventually be very obvious and clear, not only to whoever this person is that broke it off with you to be with them, but it's going to be obvious and clear to everybody. It's going to be a public humiliation. This somebody that's going to be caught red-handed on dates with other people. This somebody that's going to be caught red-handed walking out the hotel with other people. This somebody that's going to be caught red-handed They red-handed. It's going to be obvious. It's going to be clear. And because this person went around talking, bigging them up, they gonna try to make it work. They gonna try to patch it out. God said this person is their heart about to be drugged through the mud. But it's their just due for how they did you. And that's the message. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Deuces.